Hello, welcome back. The only human that reads like a Vogon reads poetry. Anyway, this one is Underwoods by Robert Louis Stevenson. But, yeah, we're continuing with part 14. And, I say all that because it was really, really confusing, but it's Robert Louis Stevenson. He's great. And here we go. This is to Andrew Lang. Dear Andrew, with the bridled hair, who glory to have thrown in air. High over arm, the trembling reed, by ale and kale, by till and tweed. An equal craft of hand you show, the gate to guide, the fly to throw. I count you happy starred, for God, when he with ink pot and with rod endowed you, bade your fortune lead, forever by the crooks of Tweed, forever by the woods of song, and lands that to the muse belong. Or if in peopled streets, or in the abhorred pedantic Sanhedrin, it should be yours to wander, still heirs of the morn, heirs of the hill, the plovery forest and the seas, that breaks about the Hebrides. I think I said that right. I always get that word wrong. Should follow over field and plain, and find you at the window pane. And you again see hill and peal, and the bright springs gush at your heel. So went the fate forth, and so garrulous like a brook you go, with sound of happy mirth and sheen of daylight, whether by the green you fare that moment, or the gray, whether you dwell in March or May, or whether treat of reel and rods, or of the old unholy, I made that word up, sorry, unhappy gods. Still, like a brook, your page has shone, and your ink sings of Helicon. 15. Et tu in Arcadia vixisti. In ancient tales, O friend, thy spirit dwelt. There of old thy childhood passed, and there high expectation, high delights and deeds, thy fluttering heart and hope and terror moved. And thou hast heard of yore the blatant beast, and Roland's horn, and that war-scattering shout of all unarmed Achilles. Age is crowned, and perilous lands thou sawest sounding shores, and seas and forests dear, island and dale, and mountain dark, for thou with Tristram's rust, or Bedivere in farthest Lyonese, thou hadst a booth in Samarcand, whereat side-looking magicians trafficked thence by night. And a freet snatched thee, and with wings upbore, and a freet snatched thee, and with wings upbore, beyond the Arle Mount, or hoping grain. Thou with a jar of money didst embark for Balasora by sea, but chiefly thou in that clear air tookest life in Arcady, the haunted land of song, and by the wells, where most the gods frequent. There Chiron old, in the Pelethronic Antier, in the Pelethronian Antre, taught thee lore. The plants he taught, and by the shining stars in forests dim to steer. There hast thou seen immortal Pan dance secret in the glade, and dancing roll his eyes. These, where they fell, shed glee, and through the congregated oaks a flying horror winged, while all the earth to the gods' pregnant footing thrilled within. or whiles besides the sobbing stream he breathed in his clutched pipe, unformed in wizard strains, divine yet brutal, which the forest heard, and thou with awe, and far upon the plain the unthinking ploughman started and gave ear. Now things there are that upon him who sees a strong vocation lay, and strains there are that whose hears shall hear for evermore. For evermore thou hearest immortal pen, and thou melodious Godheads, ever young and ever querying on the mountains old, what was this earth, child of the gods to thee? Forth from thy dreamland thou, a dreamer, camest, and in thine ears the olden music rang, and in thy mind the doings of the dead, and those heroic ages long forgot. To a so fallen earth, alas, too late, alas, in evil days, thy steps return, to list at noon for nightingales, to grow a dweller on the beach till Argo came, that came long since, a lingerer by the pool, where that desired angels bathes no more. And when the Indian to Dakota comes, or farthest Idaho, and where he dwelt, he with his clan a humming city finds. Thereon awhile amazed he stares, and then to right and leftward like a questing dog seeks first the ancestral altars, then the hearth, long cold with rains, and where old terror lodged, and where the dead sow the undying hope. With all her pack hunts screaming through the years. Here, there thou fleest, but not here nor there. The pleasant gods abide, the glory dwells. That was not Apollo, not the god. This was not Venus, though she Venus seemed a moment. And though fair yon river moved, she all the way from disenchanted fount. To seas unhallowed runs the gods forsook. Long since her trembling rushes from her plains, disconsolate, long since adventure fled. And now, although the inviting river flows in every poplar'd cape and every bend, or willowy islet, win upon thy soul, and to thy hopeful shallop whisper speed. Yet hope not, thou at all. Hope is no more. And oh, long since the golden groves are dead. The fairy cities vanished from the land. Oh my goodness. Am I the only one that is horribly confused? 15. To W. E. Henley. The year runs through her phases, rain and sun. Springtime and summer pass, winter succeeds. But one pale season rules the house of death. Cold falls the imprisoned daylight. Fell disease by each lean pallet squats, and pain and sleep toss gaping on the pillows. But O thou, uprise and take thy pipe, bid music flow, strains by good thoughts attended, like the spring. The shallows follow over land and sea. Pain sleeps at once, with open eyes. Dozing despair awakes. The shepherd sees his flock comes bleating home. The seaman hears once more the cordage rattle, airs of home. Youth, love, and roses bloom, dislemons and disappears, and opening out, shows brooks and forests and the blue beyond of mountains. Small the pipe, but oh, do thou, peak-faced and suffering piper, blow therein the dirge of heroes dead, and to these sick, these dying sound the triumph over death. Behold, each greatly breathes, each tastes a joy, unknown before, in dying, for each knows. A hero dies with him, though unfulfilled, yet conquering truly, and not dies in vain. So is pain cheered, death comforted the house, of sorrows smiles to listen. Once again, O thou, Orpheus and Heracles, the bard and the deliverer, touch the stops again. All right, I'm calling it a day. I really am completely lost. But I don't know. I am stoned, so that might be part of it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. I'm beginning to think this Robert Louis Stevenson fella's a pothead. Huh. No judgment, though.